Reagan arms, shot by a million planes flying overhead, falls to his death. One last glance, one breath, and he's gone. Man, what a way to go. I love it. So much energy. Everything has energy. I'm a physicist. I don't know if you know that. It's my job. Even this speech has energy. Matter of fact, if I could draw the energy curve of a speech, would you like to see that? What do you think?
Yes. Sure.
I got your permission to do that today, right? Well, I have one right here. How convenient. And if you look at this curve, there's 2 points on it, 2 peaks of a speech. It's the introduction and the conclusion. These two are quintessential. Why? Because of the rule of primacy and recency. Which means that your listener remembers the first thing you say, and the last thing you say, and everything else is just filler. Now, in my previous speech, I talked about the introduction. We viewed how the first 30 seconds are so important because your listener decides if they want to hear you or not. And that's where the peak is the highest, and then they start working on a mental laundry list. I gave you a lot of quick tips on how to do a good introduction, tell a story, do a quote, try a stat, do a poll. So if I was giving a speech about nutrition, I might say, how many of you ate breakfast this morning? And so I'm trying to build a rapport. But today I'm going to give that speech about a conclusion, how to do a great conclusion. I mean, this is called your hook. This is your closing. You're going to close the deal right here. So a good speaker, as he descends down this curve, knows how to throttle his audience. So if there's too much laxness, not enough tension in the room, you might start with a long pause. Just to bring the tension up. If I was going to speak to a group of feminists about male issues, I'd tell a joke, because that's a tense place for me to be. So I'd say, if a man says something in the forest, and a woman's not there to hear it, is he still wrong? So it breaks down the tension. Now as we move down this curve, there's a very important point. It's this point right here. And at this point, I want to tell my audience that I'm about to do my conclusion, because this comes from our childhood. What do we say to a small child as he runs his first race, or does his first swim lap? As he gets to the end, we go, 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 go! Because we're taught from childhood to rev it up toward the end. So I indicate to my audience that we're at the end. Rev it up so I can throttle your energy. So I might say, thanks for following me on this journey as we conclude. Or I might go, but there's another way. Or I might say, as I wind up today, please to tell my audience I'm about to go into the conclusion. That conclusion should last about 5 to 10% of your speech. Today, fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, I'm going to give you 8 principles to help you close the deal. And you're not going to find these principles in the Toastmaster manual. And the first one is reciprocity. Every good businessman knows if I can get you to take something from me, if I can give you a free gift, I have a high likelihood of closing that deal. Let me show you how you do that in a speech. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I have revealed a part of myself that I don't like to talk about. I've given you an inner part of myself that I don't often share. And I'd like you to do something. Reciprocity. Next one is authority. Can you believe that? We turn our minds off when we hear authority. If I'm doing a medical symposium, I try to convince you of the next drug. At the end of it, I'm going to go, and 8 doctors out of 10 approve this drug. Oh my Lord. How many doctors are there out there? There's probably 8 that don't. But we just turn our minds off. Oh, doctors are always right. Oh. Liking. We're all Toastmasters. We like each other. We want to come up here and have you succeed. If you feel someone stumbling around and stuttering, you feel sad for them. I gave a speech to some insurance professionals a couple of weeks ago about software development. Can you believe it? And I started it with this. how insurable is software development? And as I went through the gamut, it was as insurable as toxic waste or nuclear annihilation. It was very risky. And so I really tuned into that because, oh, this guy knows about software, but he's also an insurance guy. So there was a linking. Contrast. We're always contrasting ourselves to everyone else. It's just human nature. Matter of fact, if you know physics, we don't understand what an absolute is. We always understand the differences. Let me give an example of the speech. Driving home yesterday in my Concord, I looked over to the left and there was a guy in a $100,000 Ferrari. As I went through Cincinnati, I could see people in their $1,000 suits, their fat bank accounts. And as I clunked home to my dilapidated house and my 9 kids, my wife gave me a warm smile and a kiss. I realized that can't be wrong. Scarcity. This is a big one. It has been proven by a Nobel Prize winner that we feel more brain pain over a loss, matter of fact, 2.5 times more than a gain. If I lose $100, I'll feel more pain than if I find $100, 2.5 times more. So I'm going to say to you, if you apply these principles, or if you don't, you won't achieve your future. We see this in car accidents. What do we see in the car guy? Self-stopping cars. What do they stop? They always hit a child. Oh, got lost. We're going to close the deal on that one. This is one of my favorite ones. Social proof. Everyone's doing it. I do DevOps. It's a movement across the country. Everyone's doing it. Companies are investing in it. Companies are working on it. And if you don't do it, you're going to be left behind. You're going to lose your ROI. You see this social proof. Consistency. Like this one a lot. How many of you have tried to diet and not made it? I've done fad diet after fad diet after fad diet. I end up a little larger every time. I lose it, I gain back and more. But if you try the Mike Lively 12 principles of weight loss, you will lose it and it will stay on. And finally, my last one, because. If you just tell someone to do something, they may or may not, but if you give them a cause, they're more likely to do it. Like my daughter, I say, do the dishes. Just do the dishes. And she'll go, no. Or I'll say, do the dishes because my friend Dan's coming over and he's bringing his son, which he's very handsome. And she'll go, oh, Daddy, yeah. And she'll do the dishes. I'm going to end on the cause. King Kong climbs to the top, falls, and closes the deal between mortality and death. But ladies and gentlemen, sadly enough, there's many of you in this room that will not achieve your full potentials in life because you do not know how to close the deal. But using these 8 principles, from reciprocity to become, you will be able to climb the Empire State Building and become the King Kong of your success. Imagine that. But don't do it because you're going to get that next promotion. Don't do it because you will meet the partner of your dreams. Don't do it because you will enhance your family, fun, and friends. Do it well, like your mother used to say, just do it. Just do it, because I told you to. Thank you.